Good morning. Welcome, everyone. We're delighted to welcome you to the third of our 5 convocation ceremonies. We begin the gathering in our good way by acknowledging with gratitude that we are here on the traditional lands of the Lecungan ancestors and families, the Sanjis and the Esquimalt nations. My name is Pedro Marquez. I am a professor at the School of Business here at Royal Roads University, and I will be your guide through this important ceremony. It is my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to one and all. Today marks the 53rd convocation at Royal Roads University. We're truly pleased that you've all been able to join us. Before we begin, I have a few points to share with you. First, as part of our initiative to make our ceremonies more environmentally friendly, we've gone paperless for this year's convocation program. You can scan the QR code now or view it on the RU convocation website. Second, in just a few minutes, I will ask you to please rise just before the graduates and the academic platform party enters the auditorium. Meanwhile, please ensure that all cell phones and any other electronic devices are properly turned off during the duration of this ceremony. Thank you, good morning, and be welcome. While this is a formal ceremony, your cheering, support, applaud is very welcome. It's appropriate. Thank you. Please rise if you're comfortable doing so, and remain at your seats for the academic procession. Dr. Shirley Alphonse, one of the Heron People Circle members and an RU honorary degree recipient in 2022, was invited to offer a prayer at this special ceremony. However, she's feeling under the weather today. To honor protocol and her wish of opening up space in a good way, it is important for our elders to share their words and to honor the accomplishments of our graduates. Dr. Alphonse has prepared the following prayer, which I am truly honored to be able to read and share with you this morning on her behalf. From Dr. Shirley Alphonse. Creator, Great Spirit, as the dawn greeted this new day, this special day to honor and congratulate our graduates of Royal Roads University, we say thank you. Thank you for our breath of life and the land we stand on. Thank you to each one of you for your commitment and hard work. Well done. Thank you to your families, to your friends, to your teachers, mentors, and elders who walked with you and helped you on this journey. Thank you to all who have given you support, who share their wisdom and knowledge to help you. Graduates of 2023, remember, you are all keepers of the light. Light will remain as part of the light. You will remain forever and always. You have strived and thrived on doing something good for something else or Mother Earth. For you, it is a new day, a new beginning. No matter how dark the world seems to get, that beautiful light is always shining. Let your light shine for the sake of the world, and especially for the sake of the children all over the world who will one day inherit our world. May they inherit a peace-filled world. Hashkasiyam. Hashkasiyam. Now, please join me in welcoming Lekungan elder Yu Kwei Lipton, who we also know by his English name, Clarence Butch Dick, who will share a welcome to the ancestral lands.
Asiem Nuchielicha, Asiem Nushwalqua, Haishqa Quansanat, Techel Laquangan Tanach, Haishkasiem Nuquilia. So thank you, gods, for allowing me to be part of your ceremony today. I know it's been very difficult in the past few years, but your accomplishment doesn't go unrecognized. I'm standing here to offer the congratulations of myself, my family, and the Songhees Nation. Congratulations. Haishka.
Graduates, if you could please rise and please join in the singing of our Canadian National Anthem led by Aidan Holt from the Victoria Conservatory of Music.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please take your seats. Thank you, Aidan. It is now my honor to introduce our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Philip Steenkamp.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marquez. And a warm good morning to all of you on this chilly Victoria day. I too am so grateful to have the opportunity to work and learn here on these traditional lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, the Songhees and the Esquimalt nations. And I want to thank Elder Clarence Butch-Dick for the traditional welcome to this territory. It is here that the present and the shared future of Indigenous and non-Indigenous students, faculty, and staff come together. Mr. Chancellor, Dr. Andrea Davis, honored guests, faculty, staff, proud friends and families, and most importantly, graduates. Welcome to this convocation ceremony. We're here to celebrate your amazing accomplishments. I know that this is the culmination of some very hard work. And take it from me, this is the most relaxed these students have looked in months. And graduates, congratulations so much on your hard work, your perseverance, and most of all, your engagement with the principles and practices of change-making. And actually, let's take a few minutes just to think about and talk about the term change-making, because it's at the heart of everything we do here at Royal Roads. So much so that we consider Royal Roads to be Canada's University for Change Makers. And we're proud to be just one of 5 Canadian campuses to have Ashoka's change-making designation. But right now, of course, there is so much upheaval and uncertainty. And people tend to talk about change as though it's a force of nature, as though it's a storm to be endured, sometimes a wave to be surfed, but not a force to be shaped, controlled, or wielded. And in this particular narrative of change, people, institutions, and our entire society can be seen as passive, even helpless in the face of change. And in a complex world, and our world is seized, as we know right now, with conflict and war. Our world is seized with climate change. That can be a very seductive narrative. You know, pessimism and passivity can be a very easy sell at this point in our history. And there's an allure to that inevitability, whether we're talking about the erosion of democracy or the encroachment of technology. Because once you accept those forces as inevitable and out of control, then we're all off the hook to do anything about them. But you are here today as people who have chosen not to let yourselves off the hook. You are here today as people who believe change can be not just endured, but change can be created. And taking on this mantle of change maker in times like this is both an act of defiance and an act of hope. Defiance against that drumbeat of inevitability and helplessness, and hope that together we really can make a better world. Yes, I admit there are forces, powerful forces of change sweeping around us, historic in magnitude even, and often dire in their implications. But anything driven by human activity is also subject to the application of human intention and ingenuity. We can divert those currents of change, we can channel them, and we can make currents of our own. And no matter what program you're graduating from today, no matter what discipline you studied, no matter what the words on your diploma say, what you really learned over your time here, I hope, was change making. So now comes the time when you find colleagues and organizations who share your sense of possibility and hope and combine and coordinate your efforts. There will be moments, though, when that hope flags. You might be familiar with this. A project fails, an initiative doesn't pan out, an unexpected difficulty or crisis arises. These things happen, and they happen to all of us. When they do, though, I hope you will remember this place. Not just what you learned here, but important as that is, but remember Royal Roads University itself. Royal Roads was born in 1940 as a place where soldiers came to learn how to wage war. but today we teach people from around the world how to resolve conflict and build common ground. Our famous castle was built by a coal baron with no regard for the indigenous connection to these lands. And today we're an institution deeply engaged in the work of truth and reconciliation, where indigenous culture and teachings form an integral part of our daily lives. So we are change. Now, change-making can be slow, it can be frustrating, it can be complex and convoluted, and above all else, it can be hard. But one thing it isn't is impossible. So please remember that as you join the ranks of Royal Roads graduates making change all around the world. And know this, too, that we are all here cheering you on. So graduates, change makers, I'm so very proud of the work you've done and the work I know you will do in the future. And on behalf of the entire Royal Roads University community, congratulations. I would now like to invite Chancellor Nelson Chan to the podium to share some inspirational words. Chancellor.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Holy cow. I know it's 9 o'clock, but you gotta help me out here. We're gonna have some fun today. Good morning and welcome. President Steen Camp, honored guests, Royal Roads University faculty, staff, friends, family, and especially the graduates, and the ones that even got a seat upgrade. Congratulations. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome everyone here to Royal Roads University to celebrate the most incredible part of my job, convocation. In fact, I like to commemorate this with a little picture, maybe a little selfie. So, especially to you folks, make sure you suck it in a bit and big smile. I've got a 5, 7, and 9-year-old at home that love doing little collages, so they always look forward to this selfie. Graduates, as you take it in today, you may recall your hard work or be thinking about just how much your program demanded of you. And it's true, we did ask a lot. We asked for your time, your imagination, your creation, and collaboration. And I hope that it all feels worthwhile today as you prepare to cross this stage. You have truly earned it. Allow me to be one in a very long lineup of people to wish you congratulations on that achievement. You chose this path, you took the steps, and you did the work to get you here today. I'd like to extend my thanks to your families and friends and other supporters as well, whether they're here with you today or cheering you on from home. Thank you, supporters, for giving up your time with these graduates. Thank you for the love, support all along the way of their journey. We can see how you believed in them, supported them, and helped them get to this moment. Thank you. Now, graduates, you made that choice when you applied to your program, expand your minds and your world, and it's going to open some doors for you, create opportunities, and foster relationships. But it comes with a catch. Or if you prefer Spider-Man terms, with great power comes great responsibility. I'm a Superman guy myself, but it's probably the best quote I could get. Now more than ever, we are counting on you. The world is counting on you. Your community is counting on you. Luckily, you are very well prepared to lead. But what does a leader look like? Well, look to your left and look to your right and count yourself among them. A leader is someone who does what's right, even when, or especially when, it's difficult. A leader is someone who unites and motivates communities to build something together, to be the kind of better people that we want to see in this world. A leader is willing to not just take on challenges, but to see where the need for change is and to move boldly toward that change. After today, maybe a little bit of rest and relaxation, I would ask that you go forward with that kind of change in your mind. Here at Canada's University for Changemakers, we prepared you to take on any challenge that you might face. Our world is in dire need of leaders who choose to connect across disciplines and across distances, who see great crises of our time and choose to confront them, not to ignore them and hope they'll go away. From conflict to climate change and food insecurity, from inequality and the impact of artificial intelligence, from the opportunity, and I do say opportunity, of reconciliation, to the rise of hate and intolerance around the world. These are monumental challenges. If we turn away, we'll see our choices narrow very quickly. But if we address these challenges, if we lean into them with creativity, courage, and care, opportunities and options for everyone will expand. These are difficult times, but these are the days you have prepared for, and it's about the kind of future that you want to build, not just for yourself, but for others. If I can nudge you in one direction, I will ask you to choose hope. Choose hope that human ingenuity, cooperation, and compassion can affect tremendous change. Choose hope that you and your colleagues can be part of those changes. Choose hope that you can play a part, large or small, in shaping a better future. I ask you to choose hope again and again and again. Hope will not steer you wrong, and it might very well help you steer us right. Graduates, I wish you all the very best in the future, and I can't wait to see what you do. Congratulations very much.
Thank you, Chancellor Chan, President Steenkamp, for inspiring and thought-provoking words and remarks. It is now my pleasure to share congratulations from the Honorable Selena Robinson, Minister of Post-Secondary Education and Future Skills.
Hello, I'm Selena Robinson, Minister of Post-Secondary Education and Future Skills. Greetings from the territory of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and the Esquimalt First Nations. On behalf of Premier David Eby and the Government of British Columbia, a big congratulations on your graduation from Royal Roads University. This is an incredible accomplishment, and you should be very proud of the work that you have done to reach this moment. Today, we are not just marking the end of an educational journey, but celebrating the beginning of a new and exciting chapter in your lives. As you stand on the cusp of this new phase, it's really important to reflect on your journey thus far. You've spent years in pursuit of knowledge and the development of new skills. You've faced challenges from late night study sessions to difficult exams, and you've persevered. Today, you emerge from this transformative experience not just with a degree, but with a wealth of new experiences. One of the most remarkable aspects of Royal Roads University is its diversity and inclusivity. RRU has provided you with a unique opportunity to learn and grow alongside individuals from all over the world. This sets you apart and equips you with a global perspective. Embrace diversity, champion inclusion, and ensure that the knowledge and insights that you've gained here benefit not only you, but also the wider community. It's worth noting that your education doesn't end today. Learning is a lifelong journey. You must remain curious, adaptable, and open to continuous learning. As you step into your careers, remember that your ability to learn, to be resilient in the face of change, is your true strength. Your graduation means that you can take your experiences, your education, your friendships, and your determination to make a positive difference for yourself, for your family, and for your community. Today, you join the more than 30,000 Royal Roads alumni that are helping make a difference and build a stronger British Columbia. Congratulations, graduates, on your remarkable achievement. The future is bright, and it's yours to shape. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Robinson. Today, Royal Roads University is very honored to confer the Honorary Doctor of Laws degree. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Alejandro Campos Garcia, Associate Director in the Office of Human Rights and Equity, Diversity and Inclusion, to present the honorary degree candidate, Andrea A. Davis.
Good morning, everyone. It is my great honor to speak to Andrea A. Davis' contributions. She is a professor of Black Cultures of the Americas in the Department of Humanities at York University in Toronto, and working toward development of Canada's first Black Studies graduate degree. Andrea, your work to create community, foster new learning pathways, and empower racialized and first-generation students has opened doors for so many people. You are an accomplished teacher and a scholar, a fierce advocate for students, and an activist in your own right. For more than 20 years, you have focused on the advancement of equity, access, and justice in post-secondary spaces, from the development of new courses and programs to organizing webinars, teach-ins, and support programs for students. Perhaps most impactful is the personal leadership and mentorship you provide to your community. You have talked about being one of the only Black students in your classes when you first moved from Jamaica to Canada and started studying at York, struggling to be heard or understood. Despite the challenges you face as a newcomer to Canada, you follow in the footsteps of influential authors, teachers, and advocates, cultivating a better experience for future students. As chair of the Department of Humanities, you worked with student advocates to develop the Black Canadian Studies Certificate at York. Created in 2018, the certificate was one of the only 2 Black Studies programs in Canadian universities at the time. Your vision for Black Studies sets your program apart from others due to its placement in the Department of Humanities. Rather than a curriculum focused on racism and anti-racism work, which is important, you resolved to create a program where Black experience, knowledge, and thought are centered. This opens new learning and career pathways into Black publication, art, music, and life that were previously missing from Canadian post-secondary spaces. A leading scholar in Black studies in Canada, you facilitate new conversations around anti-racism and feminism, publishing to address questions of race and gender through a focus on the literary and cultural reproduction of Black women, the location of Caribbean diasporic communities in Canada, and the construction of Black youth masculinities. As academic convener of the 2023 Congress of the Humanities and Social Sciences, you led a gathering of more than 10,000 delegates in a vision of humanities, social science, and arts-based research grounded in Indigenous and Black thought and community collaboration. As a result of your distinctive expertise and perspective, you are a sought-after speaker all over the world, including here at Royal Roads. And you soon are going to see why we gave Andrea the PhD, the honorary doctorate. Today, we recognize your profound impact on post-secondary education in Canada. Thank you for empowering Black and Indigenous students to follow careers in academia and creating spaces where that outcome is centered. Indeed, all students only need to look to you, to your passion and success for inspiration. You are shaping the next generation of change makers. It is for these reasons that Royal Roads today awards you, Andrea A. Davis, the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Andrea Davis, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Royal Roads University Act, and in accordance with the recommendation of the Board of Governors of Royal Roads University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and honors here and elsewhere thereto appertaining. President Philip Steenkamp will now present Dr. Andrea Davis with the degree. I had the pleasure of hosting with Dr. Steenkamp an honorary degree dinner last night where we got a chance to spend a little bit of time with Dr. Davies. And I can say that in addition to all of her accomplishments as an advocate, champion, leader, scholar, she's also a mother and just a great human being. So with that, it's my absolute pleasure to call upon Dr. Andrea Davis to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you, Chancellor Chan and President Steenkamp. I am humbled to receive this recognition and to be invited to share this journey with you, your friends, and your families. It is difficult to give an uplifting speech in these difficult times, but I have come to understand that change is dependent on our ability to hold beauty and pain together, that the wound in the world is also the place, as Sufi poet Rumi writes, where the light enters you, and that hope, as abolitionist Mariam Kaba offers, is not optimism, it is a discipline. In the novel Parable of the Sower, by science fiction writer Octavia Butler, the teenage protagonist Lauren Olamina suffers from hyperempathy, a condition that allows her to feel the pleasure and pain of others as though they were her own. The novel, written in 1993, is set in 2024 in a world assailed by climate catastrophe and social inequality. In other words, the world in which we live today. While Olamina's father sees her hyperempathy as a weakness, she draws on this gift and the new religion of Earth Seed, rooted in the principle that God is change, to help her create a better world. This idea of hyperempathy, of being able to connect one's suffering with that of others, is at the heart of Black activism and Black studies. The civil rights and Black power movements of the 1960s galvanized other forms of activism, including second wave feminism, the gay rights movement, and protest against the Vietnam War. As Black Panther activists Kwame Ture and Charles Hamilton explain, Black activism contributes to the development of a viable, larger society. In terms of ultimate social benefit, there is nothing unilateral about the movement to free Black people. Black studies similarly opens up new ways of thinking that are deeply relational. I have spent my career advocating for the inclusion of Black studies in the humanities because of the potential of Black literatures, histories, and philosophies to offer a different set of theoretical paradigms for thinking about human relationships. As a child in a working-class family in Jamaica, I did not have many things, but I grew up in a world of dreaming and wonder. My grandmother, who I went to live with when I was 5, was the first feminist I knew, although I did not have the language then to describe her. She was not well educated and could not read well, but she gave me the gift of loving books. As long as I had a book open, she worked around me and left me to lose myself in its pages. If she thought I was hungry, she silently placed food beside me and took up the dish as quietly when I was done. It was only when I decided I wanted to go next door to play — I grew up with my grandparents as an only child — that she softly reminded me that there were chores that needed to be done. So I learned early that I could choose between doing chores and reading and dreaming, a choice between gendered domesticity and the intellectual life of thinking and invention. I had no idea at the time how radical this was for a girl in a poor working class family. I thank her and all the people, including my son and mother, who continue to be my light. The early love of reading my grandmother encouraged in me led me to the fiction and poetry of Black writers like Octavia Butler, Dion Brand, and David Cherianji, who is with me here today. Their words have become a map to help me navigate the world, and it is through their work that I think about what it means to live in relation, recognizing that a livable future for Black peoples cannot be possible without a livable future for Indigenous peoples, and a future for all of us is dependent on the freedom of all the oppressed peoples of the world. What might it mean then to live purposefully, to live relationally, to practice freedom and hope as a discipline? What might it mean to be hyper-empathetic and to practice a kind of radical love that is obedient to what scholar Audre Lorde calls a need to relate to each other across our differences as equals? What might it mean to refuse competitive models of world-making and to instead live in service of each other? As graduates in education and technology and humanitarian studies, the world needs you like never before. Education, learning and unlearning, is at the heart of building a more sustainable and just world in which knowledge leads to compassion, care, and action. Technological innovation has led to increasing challenges, from information security to the ethics of AI. Humanitarian catastrophes in Ukraine, the Middle East, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Yemen, and elsewhere demand both compassion and action. In the context of the multiple crises affecting the world, we need to create space for collective grieving, for collective care. And as change makers, you will need to model moral leadership based on understanding and solicitude. You have the tools, theory, methods, and practice. There is little you need from me. But what I can offer you is the reassurance that if you can dare to look at the world honestly in all of its contradictions, you will see its wounds. This clarity, this hyper-empathy, will create the space where light can shine through those wounds. So go, be the light, shine brightly, we need you. If we are to collectively survive, the next generation needs you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. You're truly an exemplary leader. Graduates, Railroads University is so proud of all of you. Please enjoy this special slideshow that celebrates you. It is my pleasure to introduce now Dr. Veronica Thompson, Vice President, Academic and Provost, for the presentation of the graduates.
I'm going to ask the graduates to please rise for presentation to the Chancellor. Chancellor, I present to you this graduating class of Royal Roads University on whom you have conferred the degrees, certificates, and diplomas to which they are entitled.
Graduates, we're almost there, I promise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and on the recommendation of the Academic Council of the University, I have admitted each of you to the credential for which you are entitled. I have invested you with all the due rights, privileges, responsibilities thereto appertaining. May you always be mindful of the motto of this university, living or learning. Congratulations.
So please be seated. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, we will now present the graduates from their respective programs, and we would also like to acknowledge those graduates who are watching from a distance. So I'd now like to ask Dr. Tamara Leary to present the graduates that we're celebrating today.
I am honored to present to you graduates from the Masters of Arts in Conflict Analysis and Management. Stephanie Faith Huska. I am honored to present to you graduates from the Masters of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management. Amanda June Burkholder Greenhall. Jennifer Ann Crisp. Katz Lannon Dawson, who is also the recipient of the Royal Roads University Entrance Award Supplement and the Royal Roads Founders Award. Sherry Ann Day. Michelle Hume. Bonnie Noor Kaur. Renee Charlene Rudolph. Thank you. Jamie Renee Sauter. Christian Wolfgang de Leff Wolfram Staff. Wendy Alicia Swain. Uyen Fong Ta. Julian Bruno Turcot. I am now honored to present to you the graduates from the Master of Arts in Higher Education Administration and Leadership. Beth Beverly Armchubble. Arnold Robert Clark. Lloyd William Desjardins. Carmencita Duna. Stephanie Michelle Glover. Stephanie Lenore Gobbin, who is also the recipient of the Royal Roads Chancellor's Award. Christy Lynn Yan. Don Wook Kim. Galia Fathi Nosha Mohammed. Barbara Taptuna Olson. David Leslie Pomeroy Pye. Nicole Madeline Stewart. I am now honored to present to you graduates from the Master of Arts in Human Security and Peacebuilding. Charlotte Cody Graham. Sally Ann Hubert. I am now honored to present to you graduates from the Master of Arts in Learning and Technology. London Nicola Kornica. Amber Albina Donahue. Coral Ann Hodsworth. Zachary Lewis McDonald. Stephanie Messier. Gail Indiana Yee. I am honored to present to you graduates from the Bachelor of Arts in Justice Studies. Clarissa Alejandra Alvarado Vega. Tim Robert James Bowler. Elizabeth Shakiko Buxton. Chi Hua Sheng. Caroline Isabel Ives Crossley, who is also the recipient of the Irving K. Barber One World Scholarship President's Scholar Award. Axel Jet de Jong. Alfie Anderson Hudson Duncan. Kalen William Joseph Duncan Roth. Tyson Darrell Fiveland. Salrup Carl Gill. Jaskirin Kaur Hansa. Taylor Emily Heather Holness Gill. Dylan Amir Johal. Lindsay Marguerite McKinnon. Mandy Jean McLeod. Aiden Matthias Moreno. Robert Christopher Ardell Morris. Shelby Erica Shields. Cameron Alexander St. Pierre. Ikrit Kaur Vaid. Mark Bernard Wheeler, who is also the recipient of the President's Scholar Award. It is now my honor to welcome President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Philip Steenkamp for the closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Leary. And graduates, you've done it. I would hope everybody could join me in a round of applause for our amazing graduates. Thank you. Those sound like shouts of relief. Graduates, I know that you didn't do this alone. I know that you did it with a lot of support. So I wonder if you could give a round of applause both to the amazing faculty and staff and your family and friends who are here today. Thank you. So graduates, you've done it. You are now part of Royal Roads graduates, faculty, and colleagues that spans the globe, an entire network. I do, however, have a final assignment for you. I want to ask you to take the hope and inspiration you have found here and share it with others. I was so struck by Dr. Davis's description of hope as a discipline, and it truly is a discipline. It is not simple optimism, it is a discipline. So take that hope, that courage, and that inspiration that you found here and share it with others. Be the hope, be the inspiration, make the change, be your beautiful, determined selves. And to all of you here today who came out to join us in this celebration, on behalf of Royal Roads University, thank you so much for coming out to celebrate this moment. And thank you again for all you've done to support these graduates and get them to this momentous occasion. I know that you all share my pride in their accomplishments, and I know that you will join me and the entire Royal Roads University community in wishing them every success. So thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes this morning's convocation ceremony. Please remain standing at your seats until the academic platform party and graduates have exited the auditorium. Graduates, please make your way directly to the Sherman Gen building for the hat toss, an alumni gathering, and many photo opportunities. Family and friends, you're welcome to join us to celebrate our newest Royal Roads University alum. Thank you.